You know, you're 15 and your father has a plane crash and passed away. What was that time in your life like, and how did you deal with it?
The story is, for people who don't know, he was flying with his team back from a test in the winter, in November in 1975, back from Paul Ricard in France. And they'd been testing the next year's car, and it was all looking very, very promising. And they had the driver, Tony Bryce, with them and everything. The whole team were on the plane, and unfortunately, it crashed, and my dad was flying the plane. So that was a big disaster, as you can imagine. The team was disbanded, we lost our dad, and there was a lot of financial issues around the fact that he was having to raise money to race a team, and the house was mortgaged against it. I don't know.
I mean, I can't imagine going through that. You know, one thing, you lose a father, the most disastrous thing, and at that time, you know, you really need your father. You're coming into being a man and you're growing up.
Yeah.
It just must have been an absolutely awful time for you and your family.
It was a very dark, long period of doom and gloom, I think is the only way to put it. And having, for us to pull ourselves out of it. But of course, for my mum, it was much more difficult at the end of their career. My dad's career, retired from racing, as you said, and she was looking forward to a long life with him and a new life with the race team and so forth. So that was difficult for my mum. I mean, for us, we were still teenagers, so we were obviously distraught, but we have this ability to regenerate, you know, to rebuild, or at least we have the opportunity of a life that we have ahead of us. And I've very much had the attitude that he's not here, but he made something of himself.
Right.
And he didn't have a dad who was a famous dad who could help him, and he made it on his own. And so his legacy to me really was a life lesson, which was, if you want to do something, go and do it and make the best of it, and you don't know where it will lead. So I was motivated, even though he wasn't there. I think he was still an influence on me.